How you doing, guys? How you doing, guys? I hope you're well. Hope you're fantastic well. Your families are well, and you're keeping good, wherever you are in the world. Even the away fans tonight, in Norway. I hope you have an amazing time, and may even be a greater time at the final whistle. But look, with only a few hours away from what will be the most decisive game and such an important return match of the semi-final of the Europa League. It just made me reflect a little bit in terms of how we got to this point and the season that we've had. It's it's on the back of so much disappointment and in terms of how the league has gone, guys, and where we are in the league, and to find ourselves in this opportunity. We have such an opportunity tonight to make a final of a European final, which we haven't had since 2019, on probably what has been by far, in terms of domestic season, one of the worst that I can remember to date, with, I don't know, 19, possibly 20 defeats. I mean, it's way too many. It's way below par. But to almost be in a situation where we're 90 something minutes away from a Europa Cup final, to me, it's just, it's so it's almost unbelievable, isn't it? But we are presented with the opportunity, and we are, like I said, 90 odd minutes away. We have to seize that opportunity and make it count. It's about, defending when we have to defend, spirit of sacrifice from the team to show support for one another, whether we're having a good moment or a bad moment in the match, to be there present in every single moment, covering either blade of grass or astroturf in this case for tonight's game. Seizing the opportunities that will arrive in front of goal, to take them. If you look at it in contrast for what in the Arsenal Paris Saint-Germain game, that 15-20 minutes that Arsenal had at the beginning, they had the opportunities to probably, easily have taken not only the lead, but I think they could have scored a cut 2, if not 3, yesterday, especially in that, like I said, in that first 15 minutes. They started off really well, but obviously by not taking those opportunities, the game sort of went away from them. If we have the similar sort of start tonight and those opportunities arise, to take them, because I think if we score first, we've really put ourselves in a driving seat of how we dictate the game moving forwards. If, however, we give opportunities away and we allow them to score first early on, that really opens up the game in terms of them leveling the tie, and then it's anyone's game. So for me, the approach to the game tonight is so important, that we start off well. If we can start the way we did in our home game, all the better. So taking this opportunity to turn around, to turn one positive thing in what has been a really disappointing campaign, will be something for the fans to savour, to enjoy, to have, to hold, really. And it will be just, for me personally, it doesn't cancel. Of course, things have to be reflected upon, worked on, and certainly get into a bit more in depth at the end of the season of how we went on to the league, how we did this season, and also the things that we got to improve for next season, the things that we got to get behind the scenes. Paratici coming in and what he will look to bring, the manager who we look to appoint, if he indeed appoints a new manager, or whether we stick with this one. And then moving forward after that is the programme that we have going on to this season. We will have the whole summer really to discuss that in depth, as things develop. But in the meantime, guys, winning the Europa. I mean, first of all, we have to get to the final. That has to be the first thing tonight. But to get into Europe and have the opportunity to make Champions League for the following season, it is huge. You know, it goes beyond just winning a trophy. You add Champions League qualification, which brings revenue and money, but also the level of the players that you can attract going into that Champions League it's such a huge difference. So we have a 2-goal margin tonight. A 2-goal margin. It's a good margin, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's a good margin. But it kind of, in a way, I almost prefer it this way, because it's knowing that you have an advantage doesn't mean that you have the qualification to hand. It leaves it open just enough for them to come and get you, but also the opportunities can also arise from that with the gaps that they leave behind. Hopefully we can exploit. And I just hope in some way or form we don't go gung-ho straight away. Kind of like, I would love them to be engaged coming forwards to allow us to then hit on the break. Hopefully it's the kind of setup we have. It'd be interesting, guys, how we set up for tonight's game. Be interesting how we go about it. Do we go about it in the way we have done all season long? Do we go for the jugglers straight away? But I want us to definitely go for the goal. It's inevitable. You have to go to score goals. Of course you do. But I want it to be done in a very smart way, really clever way. Not to leave yourself completely open in the way that we have many a times, with a high line and defensive exposed and everyone caught out position. That I don't want to give. I don't want to give them any freebies. That's essentially what I'm trying to get at. But like I said, an opportunity like this, I don't know when we're going to get again. With all due respect to Bodo Glimt, to have this opportunity against an opposition that isn't one of the most powerful teams, that Europa, the Sevilla of the cases, or, who are normally at this stage of the competition. Sevilla is definitely one of those, or any other team. We have this really opportunity right now, and like I said, I don't know when this opportunity will come again. So we have to absolutely go out there and take it, and go one better than what the other guys did last night, albeit there's different opposition, different competition, of course. But could you imagine just reaching the final on the back of what happened yesterday, us reaching the final, the season that we've had? Oh my. But let's focus first and foremost to getting the job done, and let's hope that actually happens. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I can tell that I'm in full head scan, 20 million different direction on the possible outcomes of tonight, and nervy. At the hours, I could see the clock. The hours are approaching to the kick off the game, and it's nervy times, and we just have to wait and see. I really would love nothing more for us to make the final tonight. I don't really care about the opposition, who we could possibly meet there. I don't care about that. For us, it's all about making that final, to just have one good thing to enjoy after what has been by far one of the most disappointing seasons I remember today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment and subscribe, and as always, forever always, come on you Spurs.